We're back with our political panel. Jerry Saab, I want to ask you about Hillary Clinton. Her private server, there's been new developments about the emails on that server, possibly classified information. Where do you think? Does this matter? Is it more?
It matters because it keeps an issue alive, and it happens to be an issue that takes people back to the question of, can you trust Hillary Clinton? Is she honest? Is she transparent? I don't think the emails themselves matter as much as the broader questions that they raise. And I think it does go on for a while because there are thousands and thousands more emails to come out, and they're all going to be examined the way the first sets of emails were examined. It matters, I think, John, for another reason. You know, Hillary Clinton said some really interesting things this week about changing corporate incentives in America away from the next quarter, short-term incentives that harm long-term investment in this country. That's a really interesting debate. It got almost no attention, maybe in the pages of the Wall Street Journal, but it should have gotten more attention than it did. This kind of thing detracts from the substance of what Hillary Clinton is trying to do, and I think that's a long-term problem.
Yeah, that big set-piece speech was scheduled for Friday, long planned. This came and swamped it a little bit. John Heilemann, there's also a chance that she will testify. They've worked out, it looks like, maybe an October 22nd testimony in Congress. Maybe there's still some debate about that, but what will that look like? One of the things, how do you think that will go down?
Well, just step back to this question. I'll answer that, but it has been amazing. I mean, from their point of view, the New York Times ran a story on Friday that said there was a criminal referral against Hillary Clinton. Then amended that story and said it wasn't against Hillary Clinton, it was about the emails in general. Today, they've now walked back the criminal part because they had to, because it's apparently not true. The world that Hillary Clinton was in on Friday, if there were criminal referrals being made to her, would have been a huge, massive, potentially catastrophic problem for her campaign. Now, it looks like this is a matter of whether there were emails that were sent that may have been classified, but she did not know they were classified. She's maintaining the ones that they've shown have not been marked classified, that there's a debate over whether they should have been marked classified. That is a much better place for her to be. It's still been bad for her. It's bad for this story to keep going on. But compared to where we were on Friday, when we thought there were possible criminal referrals, this is a much better place for her than that. And I think these questions go to the question of the Benghazi hearings, and they go to what this argument is still about, which is, when is it going to take place, and what is going to be allowed to be discussed within it. And the debate that's going on between her lawyer and the committee is precisely over those matters. What is the scope of this thing going to be, and when is it going to happen? That's why I don't think we have an agreement yet.
Although I think that's a funny conversation to have, because the idea that you could constrain a bunch of House members to particular questions is laughable. I've never seen a hearing where House members agreed to ask about certain things and not others. Even if they were told they had to, they would never do it. They're going to ask whatever they want.
But I think on this one, the Hillary team is handling it very intelligently to say, hey, I'm the one who wants to testify. I want to testify publicly.
Right.
They're trying to get me behind closed doors.
Yeah.
What's your problem with me?
And to be clear, her team is saying that they will discuss the emails. They're not trying to rule that out. Right. They're saying that is not off limits, so that also, I think, is smart, because they're going to have to talk about that.
And also, Jamal, her team seems to be banking on the hopes that in this hearing, as Nancy suggested, members of Congress will behave as they occasionally do, which is they'll go over the top, and that she'll be able to use that. Do you think she's got a shot at being able to turn that to her advantage?
If I had to bet money on it, I would say very much so. I think someone on that committee is going to say something that is going to give her a chance to play off of it, to just say, you know, this has been a witch hunt. There's no evidence of wrongdoing on my part. There's no evidence of wrongdoing in the State Department, and this is purely a political game that House Republicans are playing. And if give me $100 to bet on this, and I think that's going to happen.